When we found out like people wanted us back, we pushed through it.
Rebuilding from the rubble. We'll give you a look at the new National, formerly known as 3 Hours Coffee Company, and New Horizons Cafe, as they opened up again after a crash in January left them closed.
Warmer weather is in the forecast. Find out when temperatures will challenge 90 degrees.
In court today, the Lebanon County man charged with threatening state lawmakers, what we learned, and why state police are reviewing their communication policies.
A massive animal hoarding case forcing the York County SPCA to step in.
They were not great. They were very skinny, very huddled together.
But what they're asking from the community before kennels fill up.
Abusing power of attorney, and a Pennsylvania man with dementia pays the price.
When you're older, and you trust somebody, that's what we see.
How the suspect kept the victim away from his family while allegedly stealing hundreds of thousands from him.
WGAL News 8 at 5 starts now.
It's a big relief, and we're definitely excited to be back.
A Susquehanna Valley cafe reopening its doors this morning after an unexpected setback 4 months ago. News 8 was on the scene of what was then called the 3 Arrows Coffee Company and New Horizons Cafe after a car crashed into the side of the building.
Today, we were back in Reading Township, Adams County, as employees and customers returned to the business now known as the National. Welcome to News 8 at 5. I'm Lori Burkholder.
And I'm Jerry Gish. News 8's Morrissey Walsh was at both scenes and joins us live with the significance of the cafe's comeback. Morrissey.
Jerry, Lori, there was a sense of excitement in the air today as the National celebrated its grand reopening. There's a new look, a new name, but people here tell me there's still the same sense of community.
It's been a long 4 months, but I think it was worth it.
During those 4 months, the cafe in the center of Hampton Circle underwent a number of changes. The hole that was left in the dining room now patched up. The scattered chairs and tables fixed, ready for customers, and the sticky buns back in their rightful place behind the counter. Most noticeably, the cafe is sporting a new name, fit for a new chapter in the business's history.
It wasn't actually till around the time of the accident that we found out that this building was actually called the National, and when we saw that, we thought it was very fitting and we liked it.
Life was turned upside down for the owners and employees after the crash. To help curb some of that uncertainty, the owners took care of the employees, paying their salaries the whole time the cafe was closed.
It meant the world to us.
Yeah.
We didn't expect anything, but once everything happened, they told us that we would still be getting paid, and we were like, it was just such a blessing.
The bond at the National is described as a family, one that couldn't wait to be reunited once again, celebrating the reopening and a fresh start.
The vision, you can say it on paper, you can just, think of it in your mind, and then it just comes out in real life. It's just the best feeling.
And coming up on News 8 at 6, we'll hear from some customers about their excitement coming back to the cafe. Live in Reading Township, I'm Morrissey Walsh, WGAL News 8.
More breaking details now on the drowning death of a baby this week at a Lancaster County hotel. The county coroner just confirming to News 8 the 5-month-old girl died in a hot tub. The coroner also confirmed the baby's identity as Zara Beckett of Coatesville, Chester County. Her death was ruled an accident and her mother is cooperating with investigators. More breaking news out of Lancaster County now. Mercy crews spending several hours trying to rescue a person from an island in the Susquehanna River.
Yeah, this was happening much of the afternoon in Mardick Township. That's just south of the Holtwood Dam. After 4 hours, crews were able to rescue that person and they were flown to a York hospital. Police have not said what led up to that person being stranded. And an early morning court appearance today for the Lebanon County man charged with making terroristic threats against elected officials, even putting names on a so-called hit list.
42-year-old Adam Berryhill waived his preliminary hearing and his case was transferred to Common Pleas Court. Police say he posted a hit list of 20 elected officials, all Democrats, on social media.
Berryhill is in Lebanon County Prison, unable to post bail, and is scheduled for an arraignment next month.
In the time since Berryhill's charges were brought to light, state police are acknowledging what they're calling a breakdown in communication. News 8's Thasmeen Mahfouz is here with more on that. Thasmeen.
That's right. So in a letter obtained by News 8 penned to legislative leaders, the acting commissioner of state police That's Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens says there was actually a failure to fully notify all affected legislators as more names on Berry Hill's alleged hit list emerge. Now, state police say they are now changing their notification process so Capitol Police, sergeants at arms, legislative offices, and local police are alerted more quickly. They also plan to create a new political violence threat unit focused on threats against elected officials. Bivens still gave credit to investigators for identifying the suspect and taking him into custody as soon as they learned about Berry Hill's alleged threats. Bivens ended the letter addressed to House Speaker Joanna McClinton, which was one of the lawmakers allegedly listed by Berry Hill, by saying lawmakers' safety is of utmost concern by state police, and he's confident that these changes will address shortcomings. Back to you.
All right, Thesmine, thank you. And we're also hearing more from Dauphin County Commissioner Justin Douglas, who says he was harassed and threatened last week in a separate interaction.
He said in part, and I quote, "I can touch you everywhere. I can touch you everywhere. I'm a mother blanking gangster."
Well, Douglas tells News 8 the person he says threatened him was Brian Proctor, the former president of the Steelton Borough Council. We checked, and it does not appear anyone with that name is charged in Dauphin County, with Douglas saying that situation is in the hands of law enforcement. And Douglas is also a Democratic candidate for the 10th Congressional District, which covers parts of Cumberland, Dauphin, and York counties.
New tonight, York County Regional Police say a middle school student accidentally brought a taser to school this week. Deputy Chief Brian Rizzo says a 12-year-old student was given a runt stun gun for protection when he would visit a local park and forgot to take it out of his backpack before coming to Pleasant View Elementary School in Lower Chanceford Township. We've reached out to the school district for additional details. Police said the child will not be charged. All right, taking a live look now over Lancaster. A little bit of clouds, cloud cover there as you take a look over the city at this hour. It was a chilly, breezy day. Doesn't feel like May, but that certainly will change this weekend.
It will, Jerry. You're going to love it, too. It's going to be meteorologist Ethan Houston. There's more to come on that with a check on the forecast. Ethan?
Yeah, we put hit the snooze alarm for springtime temperatures out there across the Susquehanna Valley. Has been cloudy. It has been cool. It's also been a blustery day. Here's a look at the current winds across the region. 13 miles per hour in Lancaster, 16 miles per hour in Harrisburg. And temperatures dropped about 5 to 15 degrees lower than at this time yesterday. It's just 50 right now for you folks in Lewistown, 56 at this hour in Lancaster. We've got the clouds. There may be some areas of some sprinkles trying to come in from the northwest, but most of the valley is dry with the exception of some sprinkles right now in northern portions of Dauphin, Lebanon County, northern portions of Franklin County. So in that hour-by-hour forecast, still going to be breezy out there, but the winds will relax and we'll get some breaks in the clouds at times through the night tonight with lows down into the 40s. But we're going to start to see temperatures turn around starting tomorrow. We're back up into the upper 60s for your Friday, but then highs up near 80 degrees for your Saturday. And after dark, we could see some spotty showers. Spotty showers will also be around at times on Sunday. But temperatures will continue to climb on into next work week and will be pretty close to some record highs as we go into early next week. Find out when we're talking highs in the 90s again coming up in just a few minutes.